I'm just saying door, I'm just saying in the 90s.
Really?
No. They wish I could just go inside.
Well, good evening.
All these places that, so, parts. Yeah. They're just all parked in.
Right.
I'm so glad we did it all together, get some painted. Putting it together, but I'm also.
Like, things have a lot of
Talk about it. Nobody, none of the big deal. I thought they looked kind of close, but I don't know. None of the boys, none of Rick's boys live there. Property. I'm trying to find one.
What do you want?
She helps with refuge.
No, they don't. Very, very few.
But now that's Genesee County.
That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, hi Brad.
Mark, how are you?
Good.
I gotta get into a different half.
Yeah.
Well, I got my Michigan hat because our office is coming out April 17th.
Actually, I have one more thing to say.
Hey, how's the grand
But
opening?
do you want it in it? I mean, we want it.
I was thinking about not coming tonight,
I'll
so I'm
give it to
thinking,
you.
we're gonna push something off. You know.
I'd like to offer up a prayer if everybody wants to pray, and you're more than welcome. If not, there's no problem. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for your guidance tonight in this meeting. They may have honest opinions brought forth and wisdom brought forth that they would normally have, so that we can run our community and honor your name in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
Is it a rule?
Six o'clock is what.
Oh, is it? A rule for what?
Where's the lights are?
I figured that way we all didn't have to turn around, everybody could just stand up. Are they supposed to be behind this wall?
I'll check it out.
Okay, 6 o'clock, we'll call the meeting to order. Stand for pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Brad, it's all yours.
Ladies and gentlemen and Wayne of the board, it's nice to see almost all of you, even you, Wayne. This Thursday, we will have the kindergarten oral health assessment grant for the tune of $35,000. CMH is asking us to pass their resolution saying notice of intent for the new CMH building, which will be behind, to the north of the current CMH building, to house our children's programs. Right now they're housed at Maple Grove. My understanding, Lapeer Schools wants to sell Maple Grove, so we need to get out of there so that we have space for our children's programs. And then lastly, I'm sure none of you have seen in the paper, that we have flat camera issue going on. I'm not in favor of it, but just so that everybody's aware, the ACLU is going to be giving a presentation on flat cameras at our meeting on Thursday if you want to come and see that. I have no idea what they're going to be talking about, but I'm sure it'll be worth hearing what they have to say.
What does that mean?
That's Thursday, 9 a.m. in the Commissioner's Chambers. So, Committee of the Whole. Yep, I certainly hope so.
So, Genesee County wanting to cancel the contract with block payments and try to get out of the contract.
Is that 9 a.m.?
Okay, is that all you got,
That's
Brad?
all I've got. Other than that, it's just housekeeping stuff if you want to know.
I think we're good there. Okay, do we have any public comment limited to the agenda? Mark?
That was part of the agenda, right? So we can comment on what he says?
Sure.
Because I've never seen that agenda items only,
Yeah.
because you guys control the agenda.
Yeah.
So
That's fine.
that limits public
Go-
speaking.
Yeah, go ahead, Mark. We're gonna have a public comment at the end for you. What,
Oh,
if
is
you
it?
want,
I don't see the asterisks at the public comment at the end. I just wondered
Yeah.
why you had it in the first place.
we used to have two. We limited this one to only what's on the agenda, then at the end, you'll have public comment, the second one. But if you got something about Brad, go ahead and talk.
Well, I'm just happy that he's a member of the commission there.
Yeah, you're fine.
Raising his voice up, I'm proud of him doing that.
Yeah.
You know, because I think he's in the minority there, and I'm just proud that he's doing a good job for the citizens, I think.
Yeah. Okay, we'll move on to consent agenda. Oh, I'm sorry, is there any more on the agenda? Go ahead.
Cicely, you're probably gonna be leaving.
Men's Bible study at 7.
That's great. I'm also in favor of no flock cameras. And I think the Super Bowl ad that they run where they showed where they could turn on all the Ring cameras to locate everybody. Of course, that's kind of scary in itself, but, which I already did go to the one meeting they had in North Branch, but I'll try to be at that one Thursday.
Okay, Brenda?
Yeah, I want to say, I also am opposed to the flock cameras, and although it looks like it's going to pass, I think a solid majority of the public is opposed to the flock cameras. I know all of the Tea Party, which still exists, of course, is opposed to the flock cameras. I think a lot of Democrats are opposed to the flock cameras. Fight for the First Amendment, we were in, we're opposed to the flock cameras. I think the county commission is gonna push them through anyways, and I think that's unfortunate.
I'm sorry. What are these cameras?
They're the cameras that you see at intersections on roads, and they supposedly just read your license and your bumper stickers.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I just heard recently on the media what they were using for transplanting kidnappers. Right.
Yeah, they say that they're going to find kidnappers and locate all people with Alzheimer's, but they're also going to find people who we all know who can't afford to pay their insurance, and when they run their license plate, they're going to check their registration, they're going to see that they don't have insurance, they're going to get ticketed, they're going to lose their license, and people have financial problems, and I think that we should be sympathetic to them, and I don't think they should lose their license due to these cameras, not for their poor driving skills, but for driving while being poor.
Okay, we're gonna move on. Any more public comment? Okay, we'll move on to consent agenda. We need a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
So moved. Support.
Any discussion? Good.
Place? Yes. Joseph, yes. Barber?
Yes.
Campbell?
Yep.
Clemens?
Yes. Okay, we'll move on to supervisory report. I've got a meeting with the MTA next week with the road commission and all the other townships, but other than that, that's it.
Could we get a little something? The road commission?
It's just an annual thing. They go through their bids. It's at Elba Township. public's welcome, they say, so I've never been to one, I couldn't make it last year.
Just curious.
7 o'clock at Elba Township. Elba Township. It's on
I'd
the,
like to go there.
it's the 17th.
This is going to be a really tough year because of the frost, the depth of the frost and what it's done.
Yep.
And,
Gonna raise
Grand
hell on
Road
the
is
roads.
literally falling apart.
There's a bunch of
Built
them.
in 1960. And that's not the only road, you know.
Yep.
So,
No,
That's on Nipsey Road, though.
that is on.
Or I mean,
Lippincott. Lippincott, yeah.
I would,
Cotton Hadley.
What time? 7 o'clock. Okay, move on to the clerk's report.
There will be an August primary and November general elections this year, and a police and fire assessment public hearing. We are gonna be moving that date, we have that in here to vote. There is a conflict of dates, so that will be March 31st, 2026. And that's all I have.
Okay. I'll dump some of that here. Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. Carol, your turn.
The January treasurer's report is on the table. We've been very busy collecting taxes. Property taxes at the last date to pay at the township, without them being late with interest or penalties, is a little bit different this year. Usually it's February 14th, but this year it's February 17th because 14th lands on a Saturday and the 16th is President's Day. And because of that, the last day of February, which is usually the last day you can pay at the township at all before the taxes, unpaid taxes go to the county, that landed on a Saturday, so the last day to pay at the township is March 2nd this year. That's all I have.
Okay, move on to the accessory report. For the month of February, 19 deeds were recorded, 0 splits. 0 splits approved, no combinations. Sheriff's report, there was. The sheriff's report was 111 total calls, 68 were handled by our officers. Fire department report. There was 0 calls on both. The construction code, they had 3 permits issued, 5 permits finalized. Main transit.
151 riders. The annual audit meeting tomorrow.
That was for the month of January.
Last month,
Okay, Lapeer County EMS had 49 calls, all were done by Lapeer County EMS. ZBA did not meet in June, nothing on the agenda, or January, I'm sorry. Very long December.
They might not have done
already into June.
Yeah, I'm tired of this weather.
Stop it.
The planning commission did not meet in January either, nothing on the agenda. So,
There was one burial for January.
we don't have nothing for the roads. And Michelle, I'll let you do this one.
So this is what we're reading every month just to keep it awareness. Police and Fire Special Assessment District, otherwise known as the SAD discussion. Looking at a renewal of the Police and Fire Special Assessment Districts for a period of 6 years for both services. As part of this discussion, the board is reviewing estimated assessment levels based on projected service costs. Preliminary estimates indicate that the funding for 2 police officers would result in an estimated per parcel assessment of approximately $73 for police services. Fire services are estimated at approximately $64 per parcel. By comparison, the current police assessment is $40 for a house, property with a house, and then $20 for vacant land. We had 3 officers and reduced to 1 officer as the cost did not fully cover services. The current fire assessment is $40 for a property with a house and $20 for just a vacant land per parcel and does not fully cover the cost of fire services. In recent years, the township has supplemented police and fire service costs from other revenue sources when assessment revenues were insufficient. The purpose of this discussion is to consider assessment levels that more closely align with actual service costs, which may allow greater flexibility within the township's overall budget, including road funding. The special assessment first public hearing will be moved from March 10th, 2026 to March 31st, 2026 at 6 p.m.
Okay, we'll move on to new business. Need a motion to approve to send treasurer to the MMTA Basic Institute, April 26th through the 1st of May. At a cost not to exceed $599 for room and workshop plus meals and mileage.
I'll make a motion.
I'll support it.
Clemens,
Yes.
Place,
Yes.
Olsep, yes. Barber,
Yes.
Van Baal,
Yes.
Okay, move on. I need a motion to approve waiving the fee for Marion Palatino Fire Run.
did you guys see that in the packet? So this is just, a fire run that resulted in an accident where she needed to be extracted out, but apparently she wasn't hurt, so insurance company did not want to pay the typical, what a lot of times the insurance company pays, so I got the recommendation that, Mike Voigt said to just let it go. So we have to vote to do that in order to get it out of our votes.
Did Carrie make the motion?
No, I need a motion.
I'll make a motion for that.
I'll support it.
Place,
Yes.
Olsep, yes. Barber,
Yes.
Van Baal,
Yes.
Clemens,
Yes. Okay, I need a motion to approve a $61 fee to the Construction Code Authority for Planning Commission and Zoning Board of Appeals packet reviews.
I'll
did you
make
guys
that
have a
motion.
question on that or anything? Did you understand it in the packet?
Make that motion.
Second.
And that was for $60.
61. Olsep, yes. Barber,
Yes.
Van Baal,
Yes.
Clemens,
Yes.
Place,
Yes.
Okay, I need a motion to adopt the amended resolution of intent to create special assessment district for police protection for 6 years as presented with a maximum levy amount of $73 per parcel to be reviewed annually to reflect the public hearing date of March 31st, 26 at 6 o'clock.
and that is just correcting that date.
Yeah, I'll make that motion. I'll support it.
Barber,
Yes.
Van Baal,
Yes.
Clemens,
Yes.
Place,
Yes.
Olsep, yes.
Okay, I need a motion to adopt the amended resolution of intent to create a special assessment district for fire protection for 6 years as presented with maximum levy amounts of $64 per parcel to be reviewed annually, reflect the public hearing date of March 31st, 2026 at 6 o'clock.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Van Baal,
Yes.
Clemens,
Yes.
Place,
Yes.
Olsep, yes. Barber,
Yes.
Okay, move on. I need a motion to approve the GLTA board member pay of $65 for attending meetings.
I'll make that motion.
I'll support it.
Clemens,
Yes.
Place,
Yes.
Olsep, yes.
Who's she?
Barber,
I'll abstain.
Van Baal.
Yes.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay, now we'll move on to second public comment. Mark, public comment?
Well, you haven't changed any of the bylaws in the last month, have you? Okay. Because I know you posted from midnight to noon or something, and I can't come in here every day because I'm a busy guy. So I have to ask you.
Okay, nope.
Thank you.
Okay, any more public comment? Ken?
I'm just curious as to whether we have ever recovered the money I was told we were overcharged by Mr. Denny. I was told it was between $6 and $8 grand. Everybody seems to be so upset about saving a dollar, saving a penny, and I understand that. But I was just wondering if anything had actually ever been done since we had to change lawyers because he was overcharging us, wasn't giving us good information. I have watched at our Truth and Taxation meeting, I watched somebody ask about when they could come and protest taxes. Nobody could give them a definite answer. I'm watching all kinds of stuff. I watched here at the last meeting, Mr. Weir asked about special assessments, and nobody could give him an accurate definition of what a special assessment actually was. And I know a lot of politicians. I've bumped heads with a lot of them over the years, and I know there's a few at this point that wish I would just crawl off and die. But trust me, I'm doing everything I can to stay healthy. So,
Darn.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay, any more public comment? Bob?
Right along that same line, the meeting that you're gonna have the 31st, is that gonna be a question and answer period, or is that just gonna be a set in stone?
So what?
That's, everybody can bring all their opinions, they can, people can send emails in. Nothing's gonna get set in stone until the end of June, or the middle of June for that meeting. This is basically, we're just trying to raise awareness, get people out, tell us, you know, what they want to do, or want us to do to figure this out.
That's why we've been talking about it last month, this month.
And every meeting, she's just gonna keep, in
And
case there's somebody else here, nothing's changing until June is when we will begin on what we're gonna do for the next month.
And there's a big blurb that you'll see in the newsletter for your assessment notice that'll be going out here, I think this week.
There will be something on it.
It's a big, it's in capital letters, bold, so that everybody will see it. So we're gonna post it on Facebook. We're not trying to hide anything. I don't care how many people come in here. We wanna see what everybody's got to say. And if they can't come, they can email, drop off a letter, whatever, we'll read it. So I would imagine it'll be a long meeting.
Just with regard to Mr. Denny, that money has been paid, and in order to get it back, you'd have to sue him for malpractice or something like that, is that?
So, yeah, we're not gonna talk about anything.
I'm just
about that
saying,
yet.
it's probably, the money has been paid and it's probably gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, because you're not gonna
Let
sue
it
him.
go. Let's just move on.
No. With that being said, any more public comments? John?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and add to, Commissioner Brad had alluded to that Maple Grove may be up for sale. So I'll give you a little bit of a pseudo board report from our last meeting last Wednesday. The Lapeer Public Schools is experiencing a budget deficit. It's quite substantial, somewhere between $3 and $4 million for the 26-27 school year. We're looking at the excess capacity of properties and seeing how the school system can be run more efficiently. And it has been suggested that at least 4 of the buildings could possibly be abandoned by the school system because they're excess and then sold off. So I'm going to encourage our Commissioner Hagedorn, instead of moving out of the property, just go ahead and make an offer on. So there was, our superintendent, Matt Wandry, did place a couple suggestions as to possible moves and relocations, which would be much more efficient. You know, we have right now roughly 4,100 students. It's projected over the next 5 years that it probably will go down to about 3,700. That's not unique for Lapeer Public Schools. Across the state, the public school systems are losing an average of 10,000 students a year. So, with that being said, the existing buildings that we have, we're only utilizing to about 60–65% of capacity. And there's some much more efficient ways in which we can function and operate. All of those are on the table.
Are one of the properties that you are considering Mayfield's?
Mayfield is one of them, yes. And that, because that's already not in use, that is one of the first ones that would actually be sold. So, you know, it's some of the others that are occupied or semi-occupied. There's a couple different restructuring plans that could be done.
What are the other properties?
What's that?
What are the, you said there were 4, so Maple Grove, Mayfield, what are the other 2?
Yeah, Maple Grove, Mayfield, and I would defer you to the minutes of our meeting or the public viewing time of the board meeting, because it starts to get a little complicated. I can get you a copy of the 2 initial proposals, but it was, if my memory serves correct, going from 4 elementaries to 2 elementaries. So that would be 2 of the buildings. Maple Grove is possibly one. Mayfield, of course, is one that's not one of the 4 that we're looking at. It's just an additional asset that's sitting there. And then the administration building could actually be sold off as well. You know, things that at the time the administration building was set up and utilized, we didn't have the ability for the communications that we have now. Right? So many of the departments that are housed, the people that are housed, that are department heads in the administration building, would actually be more efficient if they were with their group and whatever building they should be a part of. And the 1 or 2 meetings or limited communication with them could happen by Zoom or, you know, or something that's
Yeah, I know what building you're talking about. That used to be another elementary.
it used to be Irwin.
Oh, thank you.
So,
Thanks.
yeah, it's, you know, being a first-year board member, there's a lot to take in, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's a $55 million budget, right? You know, it's a system with 850 employees roughly, and you know, I give our superintendent just amazing credit for, you know, everything that they handle. You know, most people don't realize, but our administrative staff, the majority of them are up by 4:30 in the morning, and they don't get to their last meeting sometimes till 8 or 9 o'clock at night. You know, and that's 5–6 days a week. So.
Okay, any more public comment?
Yeah. On the roads, who makes, like for Oregon Township, who makes the decision of what road is gonna be fixed? Is that the county or is that?
So I work with the county and then it's, the board's gonna vote on it. I'll bring it to the board of whatever we're gonna do. But usually the road commission gives me a list of what their recommendations are and then we go from there.
It starts from the road commission,
Yeah.
so what are the roads, major road, railroad, rumbly, big sections.
So you have your,
Here's number 4 on the list. Number 4, as far as quality of, from the old 40, I'm sorry, 1 to 10, it's down, way down there, and now this year, my car isn't that big, and they can fit in potholes.
so there's primary roads and there's local roads.
Yeah.
The township's responsible for the local roads. The
Right.
primary roads, the road commission or the state.
But is that a primary road?
Gray Road is a primary road.
Okay,
So that's
The
not,
more you
it's all
call,
county?
the more you call the road commission yourself, you know, it seems to me the squeaky wheel gets the grease sometimes,
Well, we're here to
sometimes,
sweep
not
the
all the
wheel,
time.
so.
But,
If
so,
you look at
that
the-
meeting, in
Yeah.
Elbow would be very good because Dustin will be there.
Will you be there?
Yeah, I'll be there, yes.
Good, yeah.
If you look at the car counts on Millville, Gray Road, it will scare the hell out of you in traffic.
I've seen some already. But, I'm just curious.
Yeah,
Okay, give me that meeting.
so it's the 17th, which is next Tuesday at 7 o'clock at Elbow Township.
Well, with the new gas taxes, there, you need more money allotted or?
So I'll learn more about that then.
Witness.
I know that's a stupid question, but
Yeah,
Yeah, we don't see none of that.
no,
gas
it's
tax.
all,
We don't see none of that gas tax.
trickles down very little to us.
exactly.
Okay, any more public?
That's March
I got a question.
17th.
I don't know which one of you guys are on the planning commission, but you might wanna think about maybe doing a moratorium on data centers. You might not think that they'll come in here, but that's how the water treatment plant ended up there. Nobody knew about it, and all of a sudden, you know, we were small pockets, couldn't fight them, and you never know. Somebody could just sell the property before you know it, they're in here wanting to build a data center.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good idea, Gene.
There's the infrastructure.
thank you for that, Jane, because I've been watching that on the news. And
I don't know if you can do
pushing up.
a 1 year, 2 year, I don't know
Electric
how long the
bills.
moratorium you can do.
Well, then you'll have to build a power plant of some type. Most likely to be nuclear, but that's on the table, so that's interesting.
We talked about it at the clerk meeting, I already, tested our lawyer, and he basically gave me a word of what can be done if something comes here, so it's nothing that we have to do.
Is there anything we can do proactively?
He said it wasn't necessary.
If it comes, there's ways to prevent it.
Okay.
Oh, master plan.
Okay, any more public comment?
My hand is up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry. I was at the Lapeer Township meeting yesterday, and the clerk there mentioned some things. I don't know if you talked about it at your clerk's meeting, but at the township meeting, their township supervisor mentioned the angle of going with the health department, and the health department having some say in the ordinance and whatnot, because the feeling was the township can develop an ordinance, but the state can overrule that. But if it's a health concern, so he was talking about working through the health department. So I don't know if that was discussed with the clerks or not. That came up, between the clerk and the supervisor yesterday. So just sharing information that I heard.
All right, thank you. Okay, any more public comment?
I didn't see anything where you guys were having an annual meeting, and since you don't have the compensation commission anymore, and there should be an annual meeting, and I don't think you have to, but it's just makes it look better.
Yeah. And, it's not mandatory, so we've always, other than compensation board, we're doing all the meetings per our lawyer to make sure we're doing it right.
But I'm just saying, it should be a public, hearing, so the public can come, the residents can come.
Okay.
And one more question too,
Sure.
I didn't see, the meeting packets used to always be put online, and I see they're not anymore. The whole packet itself, we used to always put them on there, and then, but since you're not doing that, and people can't look at what's being paid, I don't see where the minutes are put, what's paid is in the minutes anymore either. So if somebody really wanted to see, what they have to do to vote it.
They can come in and ask for it, or they can look at the bill thing.
Okay, every month?
If they want to, yeah.
I think what you're saying is, you do publish the minutes, and that's what I forgot. It would be nice to see the financial portion of it, just a summary of it, whatever. I know you do show the budget.
Well, the dollar amount is on there.
What's that?
The dollar amount are on the meeting minutes, which was approved.
I like,
What's that?
I like, it's easy to find, but I'd like to see the agenda. Could we have the agenda?
The agenda is on, gets posted before the meeting. It's on,
If I look harder, I'll see the agenda.
As we came in the door, the agenda.
Oh, and they're at the door? Okay, all right, that's nice. My
It would
first,
be nice to
first
see
meeting.
even like the construction code stuff and, you know, the detailed part of it. That's what it's nice to, the residents can look at. That's-
Calls for transparency, it sounds like.
Mark,
On the construction code, are we gonna take that in-house or not? You said we talked about,
some of it we are, and some of it's gonna stay, construction code's still gonna do the zoning part. We talked about putting in an administrative, what was the title that we were talking? But our deputy's able to do a lot of it right now with what we changed to allow that to happen. So we're not gonna have anybody in-house on payroll to do it. The deputy can do some of it, and construction code will do the rest of it.
who's the deputy?
Officer Kelly. So this, like, we had he went out today and looked at some stuff, so. Okay, we'll move on to board comment. Chris, do you have anything?
I'm all set, thank you.
Wayne? Eric? Michelle? I'm good. So we'll adjourn the meeting at 6.
Support.
Yeah. Okay.
Just made the meeting's over, Kelly. What are you up to?
I'm ready to.
Well, that's good. Well, I'm just up to nothing.
Just, thanks.